Hi everyone, happy Friday. So I'm just finishing work and I've been back to work for like 2 weeks already, and it's just still surreal. I think this year, because I'm getting older, so my jet lag is getting worse. So normally previous years I would be able to go back to work the next day after I come back from my mission trip, but because now I'm older, it took me like 2 weeks to get back to normal. For the first week, like my eyes would close shut after like 3:30 p.m. Like I could not open my eyes at all. So now it's like I've been back for 2 weeks, back to work. I love what I do. So I'm a passionate hairstylist, as you all may know, and being back to work, I get to see my clients, and my clients like, Kelly, how was your trip? And I would tell them about my journey, and some of them follow me on my Facebook. So, every year when I disappear for a month and I come back and I share my stories, and that's how Sherry, like I mentioned in my post, that Sherry was one of my clients. Well, she is my client for like 20 years. I cut her hair like 5-6 times a year. So that's how it worked. Like I would come home and I would tell my clients, where I went, what I seen, visiting the children, going to the mountains, and that's how Sherry knew about my mission trip. So she asked to come along this year, and she did. So working as a hairstylist definitely gave me the flexibility to do what I love. And aside from that, I have an awesome boss. Hi, Vince. Vince is my boss, and he's been my boss ever since I finished hair school. Like that was like 23 years ago, and I've been at Vescata Salon ever since. And I couldn't do what I do or go for like 4 weeks on a mission trip if it wasn't for my generous boss Vince. So everything comes together. Like people ask me, Kelly, how do you do what you do? Or you're doing a great job. Well, it's not just me, guys. It's everything around me, everyone around me who contributed, helped. So it takes like a community for me to do what I do. So I'm very grateful, and I have the best life. I say that every day. So this morning, I posted like asking for being volunteer for tomorrow. So tomorrow, at the North York Center, I have a fundraising for Better Futures for Kids. We're fundraising to help finish build a school for the children in Kon Tum, Pleiku. So that's in like the central part of Vietnam. And I posted like asking for volunteer to help, because we're selling gỏi cuốn, like fresh rolls and Vietnamese coffee, and gifts tomorrow. So please come out and support us. But the point of this is that I posted for volunteers, and then there's this really sweet anonymous, because she doesn't want her name to be mentioned. She said, Kelly, I want to make a donation. So she donated $100. So it's just really touching, really rewarding what I do. And I love going back to Vietnam, going on my mission trip, and I get to share all the stories and come back here, and I fundraise for the children with all of your help. So it's a community that does this, not just one person. But I just have the lucky life to do what I do. So I hope those of you who follow me, and if you want to go on an adventure, join me like Sherry, plan your trip. So next year I'll be going back on my mission trip in January. So if you want to put that on your bucket list and want to join me on an adventure, we go Xuyên Việt. So Xuyên Việt từ Bắc Trung Nam. So from the North Vietnam, Central, and the South. So we go in an S journey. It's called the Journey Throughout Vietnam. Hành trình xuyên Việt, right? And I've being raised up here since I was a baby, to be able to do this and go back to my homeland, I am just as oblivious about my country just as any foreigner. So as I go, I get to learn about my culture, know more about my people, and it's rewarding, and I become like a charity tour guide. Well, that's what Sherry calls me, her charity tour guide. But she says, Kelly, you know, the place that you take me to is definitely not in a tourist company list because the liability is too high. So going on a mission trip with me to Vietnam, I call it a mission trip, but literally it's like a vacation for me. I love seeing the children. I love traveling throughout Vietnam. So for me, it's not a mission trip, but people call it a mission trip. So I get to experience the culture. So we only do the mission trip during the day, but then we have in the evenings to like tour around the cities of Vietnam. We get to try the food. It's fresh. It's awesome. So that was me in January, and now I'm back to reality, back to work, and you know, the same thing repeat itself, and then work hard this year and go back next year. So that happened for the past 16th year. So this 2027 will be my 17th year. Crazy, eh? I feel so old. So anyway, tomorrow we are fundraising at the North York Center. I left a posting like all over Facebook, so if you're free, come out to support us, buy some food, buy some cà phê sữa đá, gỏi cuốn. Every helping hand, every donation, every help with the food and the purchase goes toward helping to finish building the school for the children in need. So thank you very much to all the anonymous supporters, donors, the volunteers tomorrow. We have a great team of volunteers tomorrow, so I can't wait to see everybody. And happy Lunar New Year, everyone. Happy Tết. May our celebration full of love and happiness, but we can also share that to unfortunate children in Vietnam as well. So again, all of what we do is in support of raising awareness against human trafficking and child exploitation. So be a voice against that, and we take action by prevention. And that's why we help kids to school, because we want them to be educated, we want them to have a good future and not be vulnerable to human traffickers and very, very bad people out there, guys. So I always say, if it was your child, what will you do? So I don't have kids and I can't have kids, so these children are my kids, and thank you very much for supporting our kids. I call them our kids because we're all doing this together. Thank you for lending a helping hand to our kids, and I hope one day you can come back to visit them with me. So have a good night, everyone. Happy Friday. Stay warm out there because it's freezing cold, and see you tomorrow. Bye.